This is ABC7 News at 5:30. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. Now to the latest on the Las Vegas mass shooting. Despite more than 1,000 tips and leads, authorities say there's still no clear word on a motive.
Many questions remain, and officials say the healing will take time. The lights of Las Vegas dimmed last night for 11 minutes to honor the heroes and the 58 people killed and more than 500 injured in last week's mass shooting at a country music festival. Within 12 minutes of the first shots, 4 Las Vegas police officers were closing in on Stephen Paddock's hotel room, where the killer had taken his own life. One person who may be able to provide some insight on the killer's motive is his brother, Eric Paddock. He flew into Las Vegas from Orlando this weekend to help investigators figure out the shooter's motives and to retrieve the body. Paddock has already spent hours with the FBI agents, a police detective, a profiler, and a psychologist. Paddock says he wants to help investigators get into his brother's mindset.
Following the massacre in Las Vegas, a Florida state senator is now proposing banning devices known as bump stocks. Bump stocks can be attached to a semi-automatic weapon to increase the rate of firing bullets. They have drawn widespread attention since Stephen Paddock fired guns last Sunday from a window at the Mandalay Bay Resort in Las Vegas, killing those 58 people and injuring hundreds of others. Paddock had modified weapons to make them fire more rapidly. State Senator Linda Stewart of Orlando's bill would ban the possession and sale of bump stocks here in Florida.
Medical professionals on the Suncoast are trying to offer more emergency first aid training.
Active shooter situations have increased the need to teach people the necessary tools to keep others alive until emergency responders arrive. ABC7's Adam Cellini spoke with emergency responders today and joins us live to explain how you can learn to save a life right here on the Suncoast. Adam?
Yeah, Scott and Jacqueline, Sarasota County is the site of new and existing civilian first aid training courses, many of which came about because of these active shooter situations. Behind me is Sarasota County Fire Station 1. That's where we spoke with the county's EMS chief earlier today, who says every civilian in his mind should be able to at least stop bleeding in their basic first aid knowledge.
The first thing that I want to do is apply direct pressure to the wound.
Carson Sanders has spent nearly 30 years saving lives, but every second it takes for him to get to a situation like the shooting in Las Vegas,
Incrementally, percentage-wise, it goes down your ability to survive untreated.
According to the Florida Department of Health, rapid loss of 1 liter of blood can be fatal for an adult.
There's 2 things that really every citizen should know when it comes to first aid. The first of those is some sort of stop the bleed, what to do.
While waiting for EMTs, Sanders says civilians can assess the situation and help, first by clearing the wound of obstruction, applying as much pressure as possible with a cloth or hand, and if necessary, tying a tourniquet 2 or 3 inches above that wound.
Because even if it's not an active shooter, if you have a child and a child gets cut badly or has spurting blood, that's just as big of an emergency to that family as a mass shooting is for many, many people.
Sarasota Memorial Hospital will soon offer classes on this through the Stop the Bleed campaign, which began after the Sandy Hook shooting. Years later, after the Boston bombing, the federal government came up with active bystander training, which Carol Jeffers now leads here in Sarasota County.
If you take action, you can save a life.
Through grants, Joffers and her team offer free group training for more than just active shooter situations.
As you know, we just had our hurricane scenario, and we're not done with hurricane season yet. This is an ongoing all-year program, so all they need to do is reach out to us, and we will get it set up with them.
And these medical professionals recommend that everybody revamp their knowledge of CPR as well, because it has changed. No longer are rescue breaths necessary. It's gone strictly to chest compressions. Chief Sanders recommends just singing your favorite song in your head and providing chest compressions the entire time or until help arrives. For more information on how to schedule some local group training courses, you can visit our website, mysuncoast.com. We'll have that information posted with this story and plenty of links to go along with it. For now, live in Sarasota, I'm Adam Cellini. Scott and Jacqueline, back to you.
All right, thank you, Adam. Some useful and helpful information.
And you know, tips that you need to have, but you hope to never have to use.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Well, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for a look at your first alert forecast.
Thanks, Jacqueline. We are looking at just a few isolated showers around this afternoon. Not much going on, and should stay that way too through the evening hours. Just a few spotty showers here and there. We got some near Lakewood Ranch, also down south near Inglewood. We had a brief shower there another one popping up just south of Port Charlotte, all kind of associated with this easterly wind flow, and the drier air is limiting the expanse of these storms. You can see that sea breeze has made it all the way out to the interstate. This is a legitimate shower right there on State Road 70, again near Terra, and then some activity just to the east there near River Club. You can see that sea breeze kind of continuing to work off to the east right now, and showers developing along it. So Lakewood Ranch, you could get a brief shower. Near Venice, South Venice, a little bit of light rainfall there. Also, as I mentioned, near Inglewood and near Port Charlotte, a little bit of rainfall to the west of Port Charlotte. Lakewood Ranch, you can see off in the distance there, looking to the north, a shower in progress. 86, the current temperature. The dew point is at 75, and the winds are out of the west at 10. The pressure is actually at standard, or just above standard, at 29.93 inches. Temperatures in the mid-80s to upper 80s to low 90s, well inland. We'll have the rest of the week's forecast coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. The Trump White House releasing a list of DACA demands. DACA is a program that protects undocumented immigrants who were brought to the U.S. at a young age.
Among the priorities, money for the border wall and cuts to legal immigration. But as ABC's Serena Marshall tells us, Democrats are shocked by some of the requests on the president's wish list.
President Trump hoping to strike a deal with an aggressive list of priorities for immigration, ready to trade with Democrats to protect those so-called dreamers, undocumented immigrants brought to the U.S. as children.
He said he's open to a deal, open to figuring out a way to have a broader immigration policy that certainly addresses DACA.
On the more than 24-point list, border security, including his promised wall, along with hiring 10,000 more immigration officers, overhauling the country's green card system, limiting chain migration to only spouses and minor children, and a crackdown on unaccompanied minors entering the country. Last month, when the president announced the end of the Dreamer program that shielded more than 800,000 young immigrants from deportation, he suggested he was eager for a deal.
I have a love for these people, and hopefully now Congress will be able to help them and do it properly.
Then came that dinner with Democratic leaders he calls Chuck and Nancy, where it seemed they had struck a deal.
We're looking at allowing people to stay here.
We have reached an understanding on this issue. We have to work out details. We're not for the wall. We'll never be for the wall.
The president at the time agreeing.
The wall will come later.
But these new priorities put the wall at the top of the list. Democratic leadership responding, the administration can't be serious about a compromise because this list goes far beyond what is reasonable.
What's unclear is if this is the White House's must-have list or simply a starting point for negotiations. Serena Marshall, ABC News, Washington.
Well, it appears the EPA is going to abandon the Obama-era Clean Power Plan aimed at reducing global warming. EPA Administrator Scott Pruitt is announcing that he will sign a proposal to repeal that rule. The plan requires states to meet specific carbon emission reduction standards based on their individual energy consumption. According to a copy of the leaked new proposal, the EPA has determined that the plan exceeds the agency's authority. It's unclear if the EPA will draft new rules on greenhouse gases to replace the Clean Power Plan. President Trump issued an executive order earlier this year calling on the EPA to review the legality of that plan.
Now to the Equifax breach. The personal information of an estimated 145 million people has been compromised. The CEO has apologized and taken responsibility for the data getting leaked, but many customers' names, date of births, and social security numbers were leaked to the public. So what can we do now to protect ourselves and prevent this from happening again in the future?
Every day we wake up and there's another data breach. And I don't know about you, but I'm fed up with this. You have to do a credit freeze. And a lot of companies will pay every time you freeze and unfreeze your account. But if you want to protect yourself, that to me is the only way to do that.
Tonight on ABC7 News at 7, we'll take a look at how this breach happened and what can be done to prevent it from happening again.
The city of Sarasota needs your help tracking down women who served in World War II or supported the war effort here at home. The theme for this year's Veterans Day Parade is "We Can Do It," the phrase made famous by the fictional icon Rosie the Riveter. As men enlisted in the military during that war, thousands of women joined the workforce, taking jobs in factories. Rosie the Riveter became a symbol of their efforts. The Sarasota Patriotic Observance Committee hopes to honor all female veterans at that parade.
The popular 10th Street boat ramp in Sarasota is temporarily closed. Contractors are dredging the basin this week to help with the health of Sarasota Bay and to maintain navigation for the busy waterway. All 6 boat ramps at 10th Street will reopen on Friday. In the meantime, boaters can use the next closest boat ramp in the city limits, which is at Ken Thompson Park for the time being, till it's back open. Won't take long, less than a week.
Yeah, it'll be fast.
Still to come on your Suncoast News, the hidden cost of mastectomy.
It's not just the mountain of doctor bills, how breast cancer treatment can disrupt a woman's job and income. That story when we come back.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Being the caregiver for my husband is truly a blessing, but sometimes it's easy to lose a part of myself. To be my best, for him and for me, it's important to have time to be able to recharge. When I called Tidewell Hospice, they gave me the chance to do just that. They helped me find the time to care for myself, all the while with the peace of mind of knowing my husband is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
At Humana, we believe great things are ahead of you when you start with healthy. And part of staying healthy means choosing the right Medicare plan. Humana can help. With Original Medicare, you're covered for hospital stays and doctor office visits when you're sick, but keep in mind you'll have to pay a deductible for each. A Medicare supplement plan can cover your deductibles and coinsurance, but you may pay higher premiums than you do with other plans, and prescription drug coverage isn't included. But with an all-in-one Humana Medicare Advantage plan, you could get all that coverage plus Part D prescription drug benefits, all for an affordable monthly plan premium, and in some areas, no plan premium. It's all described in this free book and DVD. Call for yours and discover how an all-in-one Medicare Advantage plan from Humana could save you money. Call 1-855-395-9803. That's 1-855-395-9803 now.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Buy more, save more. Volume discounts on 4 or more windows. SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our autumn upgrade event, save up to 20% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
A new diagnosis of breast cancer can be devastating, and a woman's treatment decisions can make a difference in the workplace. ABC's Serena Marshall explains how.
Breast cancer. It's a diagnosis that an estimated 250,000 American women will receive this year. Life-changing news, but now new research telling us that it might be job-changing as well. For most early breast cancers, surgical options include either mastectomy or more modest options like lumpectomy. Researchers writing in the journal Cancer wanted to know what effect these choices have aside from the medical. They looked at 1,000 women who worked full or part-time before an early-stage breast cancer diagnosis. By around 7 months after diagnosis, 1 in 5 were no longer working either full or part-time. Full-time workers dropping from 84 to 65%. Women were more than twice as likely to stop work after a single mastectomy and 3 times as likely to stop work after a double mastectomy, compared to those who had breast-conserving therapy. For some, a reminder that cancer treatment affects all areas of life. So talk to your doctor to find the approach that works best for you. With this Medical Minute, I'm Arlette Sines, ABC News.
Now your ABC7 First Alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
And with Breast Cancer Awareness Month, you can also help out with the Real Men Wear Pink campaign going on in Sarasota County. Just do a Google search for that, and you can find it and donate to your favorite person that's in that particular contest. Lakewood Ranch webcam showing some clouds around and that activity associated with the easterly flow. And you can see once in a while a few brief showers have been in play near Lakewood Ranch. Looking out off toward the north now, you can see not a lot of heavy rainfall, but there are a few showers in progress. The Titan radar picture indicating a little trough left behind from Nate is well offshore. We have this easterly component as high pressure is building in up to the north of us now, and that's providing us with just enough moisture in the atmosphere and enough heating of the day to produce a few scattered showers around. There hasn't been a whole lot of lightning, but you can see that rain along I-75 stretching from just north of Palmetto through Ellington and near Parrish, southward down to Lakewood Ranch and places to the west near Oneiko and near Inglewood. Some heavier showers there, pushing off again to the west at around 10 miles an hour. Not much now at Siesta Key, but there were a few showers nearby. Inglewood getting some rain near South River Road and near 776. Again, that's heading out toward Minnesota Beach right now. Currently at the airport, it's 86 degrees. We have partly cloudy skies, and the dew point temperature is 75. West winds are at 10, and the high today was above average at 89, the average high at 86, and the low this morning was well above the average at 76 degrees, our normal low at 70, and no rainfall officially at the Sarasota Bradenton Airport weather station. And for the month now, just 0.08 of an inch of rain, 14.63 inches above average so far for the year. Well, the hourly forecast looks like this tomorrow, upper 80s to near 90 degrees once again, so it will be above average, and the rain chance only at 20% or less, just a 20% chance for a few passing showers out there. And we have another tropical storm, a named storm, Ophelia, way out there in the Atlantic, though, and having no impact on any land at this time. And it doesn't look like it will as it moves off basically to the south and then to the east and then to the, again, well off to the northeast in time. We are watching a couple of tropical waves out there showing no signs of any organization or development. But long-range models do point out that we may see something popping up again in the next 5 to 7 days or so. Here's a look at the forecast track and movement of Ophelia as it heads off to the east, and that's typical for these storms well out in the far Atlantic. During this time of year, they get picked up by troughs of low pressure as they move through the northern portion of the Atlantic. Well, temperature 34 in Denver. They had some snow there. Minneapolis at 50 right now, 79 in Chicago. Temperatures really heat up as you head south, 93 in Dallas, and temperature 76 in Atlanta. As far as boaters go, east winds turn to the north at 10 knots, and we'll have seas running 2 to 3 feet and a light chop on the bays and inland waters. The water temperature still warm, 86, and the UV index will be at 10 tomorrow, so a lot of sunshine out there. Low tide upcoming 9:41 and a high at 3:03, sunset at 7:07. Isolated shower this evening, otherwise partly cloudy, 75. Most of the rain out of here by 9. And then tomorrow, expect just again 20% chance for a passing shower, a little less action than we're seeing today, a high near 90, east winds at 10. And the extended forecast does call for a pretty nice week, a work week looking good, and a football Friday night could be 2 weeks in a row. We may have some good weather for that, a little unusual. And then Saturday and Sunday, a little weak disturbance moves in, brings with it a chance for a few scattered showers and thunderstorms. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Bob. Time now to check your first alert traffic for the drive home. Right now, there's an accident in Sarasota. It's on McIntosh Road at Ashton Road, but it does not appear to be backing up any traffic.
May be a while before we know what impact Hurricane Nate will have on gas prices. Gas prices in Florida have been going down for the past 3 weeks and should drop even more this week. Drivers are paying around $2.54 a gallon, which is less than last week. Spokesperson for AAA says Nate's impact on the Gulf Coast should not affect prices in Florida, but if it does take a long time for refineries and oil rigs to resume normal operations and future prices spike, well, then the gas price plunge could come to an end.
This week, dozens of University of South Florida students will get some help transitioning from the college world to the business world. The 7th annual Bulls and Biz networking event will take place this Wednesday from 5 to 6:30 p.m. Employers with businesses from across the Suncoast will be there to talk to graduating seniors and alumni about internships or shadowing opportunities. It will be on the USF Sarasota Manatee campus on North Tamiami Trail in Sarasota.
That's a neat idea. That first job is always the toughest one to get.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Then things open up after that.
And such an important role in the future.
Entertainment news is next. Stay with us.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Listen to this important message. If you owe money to the IRS, you will want to hear this. Penalties and interest compound daily on your back taxes, putting you under a mountain of debt. Tax 10,000 has years of experience connecting people with tax resolution specialists. Working through the IRS Fresh Start program, they will handle all the necessary forms, and if you qualify, you may end up saving thousands of dollars. Call Tax 10,000 at 800-817-1064.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Celebrate the end of summer with big savings during the Jeep Celebration event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers, or save big on a new sleek and stylish Jeep Cherokee for as little as $18,999. Drive off today for your next great adventure in a brand new Jeep Renegade for as low as $15,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
Watch Your Suncoast News at 6 on your streaming device for a chance to win a $50 Visa. It's easy. Just watch weekdays at 6 for the word of the week. Then enter the word at mysuncoast.com for your shot at a $50 Visa. We'll pick the winner each week. Good luck.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Country singer Jason Aldean is paying tribute to those who were killed or injured in last weekend's shooting in Las Vegas.
Aldean and his wife returned to the city yesterday to visit victims at the University Medical Center of Nevada. A week ago, a gunman opened fire on thousands of concert goers who had come to see Aldean and other artists perform at an outdoor country music festival. This weekend, Aldean opened Saturday Night Live with a tribute to the victims and sang a rendition of Tom Petty's hit song, I Won't Back Down.
Radio host Delilah says she is taking a break from her nationally syndicated program to grieve the loss of her son. Delilah posted on Facebook that her son Zechariah killed himself last Tuesday. She also said he had been battling depression for some time now. Delilah says she will be absent from the radio and on social media as she tries to process the loss with her family. 10 of Delilah's 13 children are adopted. Another son, Sammy, died in 2012 at the age of 16 amid a battle with sickle cell anemia.
Actress Meryl Streep is speaking out about disgraced film executive Harvey Weinstein. Weinstein was fired from his film company over the weekend after the New York Times published allegations that he sexually harassed women for nearly 30 years. In a statement to the Huffington Post, Streep says she's appalled by those allegations. She also praised what she called the intrepid women who spoke to the Times about the alleged abuse. Streep also admitted that she knew nothing of the allegations until now and that she and Weinstein had a respectful relationship.
Tonight is a big night for Star Wars fans. The official trailer for the new movie will be released during Monday Night Football. It will debut at halftime during the Minnesota-Chicago Bears football game on ESPN. This is the last teaser video that was released way back in April. Tickets for The Last Jedi will go on sale after the game. It's the final film role for actress Carrie Fisher, who passed away in December of last year. The movie will premiere on December 15th. We still have a couple months to wait.
I know, I'm sure those tickets will be selling out quickly as well.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one. Stay with us. More news is just ahead.